So here is this app that Toby and I've been making. It's Toby who's been doing all the technical actual creation of programming application stuff and all the layout and design. I've just really been giving some advice about how astrology actually works, or how the geometry of the solar system actually works, and how that built over time to become a body of knowledge, essentially an ephemeris, which is strictly speaking totally mathematical and kind of simplistic therefore, but then adding the large language models as a layer onto the mathematical is very important, that it makes sure that the large language model isn't hallucinating when it's trying to read the data as text. So what we're doing is doing all the calculations on the mathematics, all entirely unhallucinable, so that the information that's given to the large language model is just how do you describe this thing, not how do you work out what's going on. It's kind of important. Anyway, look at what it's doing here. It is flashing by, jumping, it's jumped to 105 years into the future. That's kind of cool. It's going 1 year ahead, 2 or 3 times a second. Let's see. Yeah, it's adding 366 days at a time, apparently. I don't know how I started doing that. It was kind of accidental. And that's why I thought I'd record it doing that, because it's fucking cool. So what you can see here with these green symbols going around the outside of the clock, those symbols going around is showing you just how much the planets move in the space of a year. It's really fascinating to see. And it shows you that these planets relative to each other are making these shapes of being 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 45 degrees, 90 degrees, 120 degrees relative to each other. You see some of these lines, I was going to say kind of stay where they are. They're probably these inner circle lines. Yes, these inner circle lines are things that are in my chart. So my chart is the inner wheel here of these little symbols that aren't moving. And all these symbols flying around clockwise are the outer planets in transit. And by now we're at the year, what year are we at? 2248. So that's 225 years into the future. And yeah, just show you down here. You know, Toby has it wired to give some test questions. How does this moment sit with my chart? So that was the today with my chart from 52 3/4 years ago. If you put where the planets were 52 3/4 years ago together with where the planets are now, you get to see what's called transits. And the large language model is consulting the math and finding out, yeah, there's a few angles going on between, particularly at the moment, it's that Neptune in the sky is directly opposite my Sun-Pluto conjunct, while Uranus in the sky is almost just moving into being directly opposite the Neptune when I was born. They're two handy things for me to know, actually, which without an app like this, I really don't bother going on the laptop and trying to follow astrology all the time. But this app is going to make it all so easy.